most people see but don't really notice. And I think it's really easy to fall into this trap of like taking everything for granted around you, like visually. It's easy for daily life to just turn into background noise, whether that be when you're at home or you're out in the world. Street photography forces you to slow down and actually pay attention to the world around you. And I think that's like a great gift. We just spend so much of our lives like not appreciating the things around us, like just visually, like the things we see, the sounds of the birds when you go outside, that sort of thing, like the weather, the sun, the sky. All of these things, like I think, come more into focus when you're doing street photography and you notice them more. So with street photography, like I've noticed that the act of looking for me has improved, like the act of taking into account all of the things around me. So looking for, the obvious things like light, shadow, composition. I'm constantly thinking now about how, like, how could I frame this or that in a photographic or artistic way. And like I obviously do that like when I'm out on the street doing street photography, but it's also kind of a fun thing now, like even when I'm not doing street photography, that like I find myself thinking in these ways, even when I'm not, holding a camera. Just thinking about like, how could I layer this, or how could I like position myself best to like take advantage of this light or whatever. So over time, I feel like I've built this visual sensitivity to the things around me. I think there's a positive emotional aspect of like looking and seeing like intentionally, and like just seeing other people. Like with street photography, you're out on the streets, and I feel like even just like seeing other people is good for you, and like improves your capacity for empathy. Like you take into consideration like, someone's hopes and dreams, and like without street photography, like I think I would just like think a lot less about these things, or feel these things less. I think street photography is good for you in general, whether that be looking at street photography or doing it. I think street photography results in you living a more present life and developing a habit of curiosity of everything around you. And I don't know, I guess that's kind of like, it lets you like be a kid again a little bit, and just like be curious of everything around you. And that's like a really fun experience, like, learning about a place, discovering a place, like learning about the people who live there. You also start to find beauty in the ordinary. And by that, I mean like everything around you, like whatever it is out on the streets, like curbs and sidewalks and power poles. Like all of these things are typically thought of as like ugly things, but like when you're a street photographer, you start to see these things as like compositional elements, and like, subjects that you can use in your photos, or a layer in your photo. And I think that just makes life like a lot more interesting. So those are my thoughts on how I feel like street photography gives you the ability to notice. I'm interested to hear from other street photographers, and if you've had a similar experience. like if you feel like doing street photography has like changed the way that like you feel about the world, like even outside of street photography. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on it too. So let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.